Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to I don't know what episode we're on of Brandon's Vinyl Corner. You'll see like three versions of Brandon over like the past, I don't know. The first one I think I did was back in July, and then I think I followed it up in like either September or October, and now we're in December. This is December Brandon. So you're going to get three vinyl videos kind of back to back to back, but those are all over the course of, I don't know, probably like 6 months maybe. But I have a lot of records that I have the fortunate pleasure of picking up. I probably will get more over the holiday. Be warned, you may see another one very soon. But I wanted to always go through some of the things that I picked up recently and let me know if you like to see these videos. I feel like I do them I don't want to say infrequently, but I like to try to do them as often as possible, and I feel like I don't get the chance to do them too often, so I try to kind of compile my list as concisely as I can. So we're gonna get into the first one, which I believe I got, I don't know, I want to say many months ago. And I just didn't make a video on it, obviously, because I just didn't have enough. So here's the first. So the first one I have is obviously Sleep Token. This place will become your tomb. I have every Sleep Token album now. So feel very fortunate to own all of these because I know, for all you Sleep Token heads, it's been hard to get stuff sometimes, and I feel like with each one of their records it becomes a little bit more difficult to secure. Luckily I got Sundowning before they like blew up, and then Tomb I didn't get. I should have gotten the first iteration of it because, man, that first like water and sand colored one is so gorgeous. Highly recommend getting it if you haven't. But I luckily lucked up and got the second version. I also know that sold out very fast, so I know resale is pretty crazy on this, but I'll try to post as best of a link as I can. I know Discogs is usually the best place I try to find records at, but regardless of the point, I picked it up. It's supposed to have some blue in it, but it doesn't really, if I'm going to be honest. In certain lights you can see the blue, but I would say this mostly like kind of like a clear purple color, which is fine. I don't really care. I'm just stoked to have the record because I enjoy all of Sleep Token's discography, so I feel like for me it was just good to have in the collection. So this place will become your tomb. I'll show the inside real quick, and obviously the back here. But yeah, it's been very hard to acquire these albums, so again, feel very fortunate to have all of them now at this point. So big salutes to Sleep Token, and they just keep doing some insane stuff. They sold out Radio City Music Hall here in New York, so big ups to them. I know that they have quite a career ahead of them, so I know a lot of people are on the fence about them, but I think that they have gotten the accolades and well deserved. So kudos to Sleep Token. All right, so this next one may come as a surprise or maybe not. So I've been listening to a lot of K-pop music as of recently. If you've been checking the channel, you already know I'm a huge K-pop fan right now. And I think that it's very rare. My co-host Therese as well as Alex have said it's been very difficult, especially if you're a vinyl collector, to get K-pop music in vinyl format, just because a lot of times they print CDs, stuff like that. Vinyl is not the medium for them. So I feel very fortunate because I've been lucky enough to get some of like the bigger name groups. I'm trying to get some more of them, but this is the first one to start off the K-pop collection, which is of course my girls in Twice. This is the Target variant. I don't know how much more they have of these, but I luckily saw this at my local Target, and I knew I just couldn't pass it up. You know, I mean, the variant is gorgeous. It's like a pink, white. It's got a little bit of black in there. It just is really good. This whole record is fantastic. If you have not listened to Twice's Ready to Be, I would highly recommend it. I'm sure you probably have heard it on like pop radio now at this point. I feel like K-pop, especially like Twice, BTS, those types of groups are on the radio more frequently. So definitely go check this record out if you haven't. I listened to it the other day. It sounds fantastic, and I really love the ladies of Twice, so big salutes. I'm trying to get more Twice albums. I know they dropped a bunch recently, but They're a little expensive, but I think I'm gonna cop. So very excited to start off my record with one of my favorite K-pop groups, Twice. So big salutes to the ladies, love them. All right, so this next one is a really fun one. Shout outs to Crestfallen. They have some of the best vinyls out there. If you have not checked out Crestfallen, please show them some love because they really do print a lot of great records, and I want to be able to show them as much love as possible because they're awesome. But I picked up In Search of Solace's album, The Endless Ache. I did take a photo of this. I probably won't take it out. I'll try to flash up a photo on the screen here, but this variant came out beautifully. Like I said, they master the like color variants, and I just love it. Anytime that I've bought stuff from Crestfallen, I think they've always come out better than the mock-ups, which is normally not the case, but I feel like I've been pretty fortunate. And this album is fantastic. I'm so glad to have it in my collection. So big salutes to In Search of Solace. If you have not checked out this album, it's a highly recommend. Go give it some love. Nick also plays bass for Silent Planet. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head, but now I know. Silent Planet, so he's currently out on tour with them. I also think he does the clean vocals live along with, obviously, Garrett and the rest of the Silent Planet crew. So please go check him out. Also Mitch. Sorry, I couldn't remember Mitch's name for some reason as well. So go check this all out. This is a great album. Well worth it. Again, shout outs to Crestfallen. All right, so the next album I picked up was one that I knew I had to get. There was no way I was going to be missing out on an opportunity like this. One of my favorite bands of all time, and they put out an album after like 8 years of being on a little bit of a break. So I feel like if you know me well, then you probably know that I had to grab this one. But of course, I had to pick up Closure Moscow's new album, Soft Hell. I did a live review of it. Big salutes to Closure Moscow. Hopefully they watched it. I don't know, but had to grab this one. I luckily got this one from Enjoy the Ride Records because they did a bunch of US pressings. I don't know if you can still buy it. If you can, I'll leave a link down in the description. Super quick. I got this really fast, and this is, I think, the Love Burst variant. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to pull this one out and I'll show you why it's good. All right, guys. So here it is. Beautiful. Love it. It matches the kind of the artwork pretty well. Also, shout outs to, this is why I love buying vinyls, is just like the larger artwork. Just being able to look at the art piece is just something that I always love about buying vinyl. I know some people are like, torn on buying vinyl, but I've been doing it for a long time, so I feel like it's just cool to have bands that I love in my collection, and this is certainly one of those ones that stoked to have. The inside, of course. So yeah, shout out to Closure Moscow. One of my favorite bands. Excited to see them in the States in a couple months. So very, very pumped. Go check this album out if you haven't already. It's really sick, and I love it. Shout out to Closure Moscow. All right, so here's another good one. I got the lovely pleasure of interviewing Mugshot not too long ago, and they put out a great EP, of course, Coldwell. I love the way this album art looks. It is so hard. I love everything about it. This is an EP, so it, the first part of the album, which I'm going to show you, is like, just a cool kind of like splatter burst kind of thing. But then on the back, it has their logo, which I think is amazing. I don't have enough like full record like EPs on like a regular like 12-inch vinyl, so I love that. I think it just makes it more of an art piece. So love that about this EP. Has been in my gym rotation for like the past like month or two, so it's just cool to have this in my collection. I don't believe I've played this yet, so maybe I'll play it tomorrow. But yeah, this is a great EP. Definitely check this out if you haven't already. And also, if you live in the UK / Europe, they are currently out on tour over there with the Amity Affliction and Comeback Kid and Alpha Wolf. So go out early, go see them. Love those guys. And shout outs to Ciro. I didn't even know he was in Mugshot. So love you, dude. Congrats. I know you've probably been in the band for a bit, but yeah, here it is. Really cool shit. Love these guys, and yeah, shout outs to Mike for coming on the show not too long ago. So big ups to him. All right, so you guys know I had to keep this in my collection. You know, I had to buy it. I said was gonna buy it on the live stream, and I did. So finally, I have Knight Rider's new record. If you saw my Instagram story, you already know I got it. But wanted to professionally put it in my videos, which, is always a good sign. But this is Knight Rider's self-titled record. If you'd like to go pick it up, please go do it. They are formerly of the band Defiance, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. They shred, and obviously I'm glad that they're doing it under a different name now. But this whole record is a phenomenal record, and if you haven't listened to it yet this year, definitely go do it. It's well worth your time. But to save you the expense, that's what it looks like. Again, love the way that it matches the album art so well. I try to do that if I can, but sometimes it isn't like that. But yeah, here's the back of it. Like the Trans Am, we love it. Hopefully gonna have the guys on in the new year. Would love to have them on. I'm sure at some point we're gonna be in talks to have them on. So definitely go check this out. Knight Rider, self-titled. Go show it some love. All right, this is one of my favorite records of this year, hands down. I feel like I would be remiss to not buy this album, and I'm so glad I did. I'm a little bit saddened by the gold version, because the gold version is kind of clutch, but I'm happy to own this record nonetheless. And of course, it's Windwalker's newest album. I love this band so much. I've been listening to this album so much. I can't tell you how many streams I've put into this album, but it's fantastic. It's catchy, it's fun, it's heavy, it's poppy, it's got everything you like. So if you're into that kind of vibe, then definitely go give it some love. Here's what the variant looks like, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it still looks cool. I feel like splatter variants are, I feel like you can't go wrong with a good splatter variant. So, I love this album. Surely is probably gonna be pretty high up on my albums of the year list if I'm gonna be completely transparent. I listened to this at my job. I listened to this at driving home. I listened to that in my free time. This is an album I'm putting on pretty frequently. So definitely fun. Shout out to Trevor. If you want to check out our interview, go do it. Trevor and I have become really good friends. So just fortunate to have this in my collection, as I do all the homies. I try to get all the homies records in my collection. So definitely big salutes. Guys, if you play Philly, which it seems like a lot of people want to see you play Philly, I need this signed. That's all I'm saying. If I don't get the test pressing, I need this shit signed. Okay, so that's my only plug, my only flex. I need to get this signed. So if you could sign it, that'd be amazing. But yeah, shout outs, Windwalkers, love those guys. All right, so the last two are definitely two big ones. So I'm gonna do the plainer one first. So of course, I'm sure, as you can see in the bottom corner of my thing, which I don't even know why I'm holding it down there anymore, I love City in Color. I feel like that is pretty known about me and my love of music. But I love Dallas Green. Dallas Green is one of my bucket list people that I would love to have on my show at some point in my life. So that is a goal that I'm going to continue to try to push for every single damn day, because I would love to talk to Dallas Green. I would have so many questions, so many things that I would like to know about him, his projects, Alexis on Fire, City in Color, his EP with Pink. There's so much stuff that I would love to know about him. But this, I think, is pretty much my all-time favorite record from him. I love all of his records. I've picked up most of them. I think I'm only missing one, and I think it's If I Should Go. So I'm definitely gonna go grab that one as soon as possible. But I had to pick up Little Hell. I think this is a front to back masterpiece. It has all of the sad emotions that you could ever want in a record. It's so personable. It's so it to me is like the musical definition of a Studio Ghibli movie. I always cry in a Studio Ghibli movie, and I feel like this album I always cry to, because it is so emotionally draining in the best way possible. It is such a it's just a masterpiece. I really can't explain it any other way. And if you have not listened to City and Color, this is one I would recommend starting off with. I mean, obviously, Sometimes is a fantastic record. Bring Me Your Love is also a fantastic record. I mean, again, I could talk all of y'all's ears off about how his discography is unmatched, but I think this record personally is the best one. This is the black variant, so I feel like I don't have to show it off to you. You already know what it's gonna look like. But yeah, Little Hell, I love it. The inside is just, obviously City and Color, Little Hell, then the back, I think this front says it all. If you know, you know. And while that was being purchased, Dallas also released the 10-year anniversary of this bad boy, The Hurry and the Harm, which is another one I didn't pick up. Another fantastic record. This was after Little Hell, and so fortunate to have the 10-year anniversary of this one. This one is in a special variant, which I feel very privileged to buy because I don't know if it's sold out yet. If it isn't, I'll leave a link to it. But this comes in a special variant, and oh my god, it's gorgeous! Like, look at this thing. It's beautiful. I love it. So big shout outs to that. This variant also came with a special record, which is a single. So it has The Way It Used to Be, and then also Nowhere, Texas, and it comes in just a white, like a white variant as well, and that is a part of this 10-year, I guess it's deluxe version, 10-year reissue of The Hurry and the Harm, which is another fantastic record. Again, I cannot show for how much I love City and Color, but your boy gonna do it. Dallas Green is one of my icons, somebody I really just look up to, and not only from kind of like as I'm continuing on with my vocal journey, but also as a guitar player. He just kind of is just, and as a songwriter, he's just a well-rounded individual and a voice of a generation, at least from my perspective. So love to have this in my collection. Again, such a huge Dallas Green fan. Obviously, here's the inside, and then here's the back. But this is also a fantastic record. Again, can't go wrong. So I have to get Should I Go Before You, which is definitely another one I have to pick up, which I haven't yet. Maybe I'll wait to another anniversary, or I might get cold feet and just buy the whatever special variant version that is out on Discogs. But yeah, that's kind of all the pickups I have as of recently. Like I said, probably over the holiday I'll be getting some more, so maybe I'll make another one a little bit more currently. But yeah, those are my pickups. Let me know what you've been picking up recently. Like I said, I'm gonna probably have these videos back to back to back, so maybe I'll be releasing them a little bit later on this week, just so you can keep your eyes peeled, check them out. But overall, that's kind of those things I've been picking up. I also have a few more that I've been waiting to buy that I need to throw into the collection, so definitely go check those out if you haven't. But yep, that is all. If you like these videos, let me know, because I do post these really infrequently, just because buying vinyls can be a little bit expensive, so I try to kind of I try to buy them in waves, unless I get like a super crazy deal and I buy them. But yeah, let me know what you've been picking up recently. As well as that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It does go a long way. I don't know if I'm going to hit 4K before the year's over with, but I would certainly like to try to see if I could. So if you can help me get there, that would be amazing. And hope to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.